Okay, I ran into another issue before I could put the motor back on. We know the motor works. I got to replace that VTS box because somebody apparently has shorted this one out. So I'm going to have to take and unbolt it and take all the wiring off of it that runs all the way up through here and to the front. So right here we're just going to trace down the wire that's coming from the back from the VTS, and then we're going to unplug the wiring and we're going to feed it back to the back. So as we can see, there's only 3 of them that need to be disconnected, and now we're just going to take them off these little clips, push in, pull out. Take them off the little clips all the way back. Okay, next I'm going to have to take off that gear. I got to take off the clamps. Okay, I got the first clamp off. Pull it on out. Put it up here, and we got another clamp. So we got this hose right here. We're going to push this out and out through the other side. So that way we can just pull it on out. Pull it right on out from the boot. We can put it aside. Well, there's a worm gear and the guide that goes out the back. Now that worm gear out, I should be able to get in there a little bit better. I'll grab hold of that clamp. Oh yeah, there it is. We'll pull that right on out, along with the boot. There's the clamp. Boot needs to be replaced. No wonder it's leaking. Now we got to take the big nut on the back of there off, so we can take the VTS box out of there. Remember, all this is plastic, so you don't want to tighten it up when you put it back on very tight. So we're going to pop it off. It's not very tight. Okay, there's our nut. Now we'll go up front. We got a seal there too. We'll probably have to replace that. We'll go up front and take the VTS out. Okay, everything's unplugged and unbolted. You got a little place down here where it's centered up on a bracket. You don't have to take the bracket out. We got everything loose. It should pull right out. Let's see. Yeah, there it is. We'll still use those nuts off of there for the new one that we have. Don't forget to pull your rubber mount out of the old one so you can put it back in the hole of the new one. You also have to take your sleeve off of the old one, which is right here. Put it right down on there. Okay, so we're going to slip the new VTS right back down in that hole. We're going to line up the guide with that pin right there, and it should snap right in place, just like the other one came out. This one should go right back in. Okay, the new one's in. I got the wire hanging on one clip up there, but now we're going to bolt it in the back. Okay, there it is sticking through. Okay, here's the new boot. First we're going to put the nut on here along with the new seal. Seal should slide right up on there. Oh yeah. The nut should go on there. Socket and ratchet. Line it up on there. Put it on there by hand first and see how tight I can get it. Okay. Like I said, it's only plastic, so you don't want to really torque it down. We'll make it good and snug. I got the new boot on, I got it clamped down, and we're ready to push the rod through with the worm gear on it. Okay, I'll shove the other rod through it and put the other clamp on. Put the other clamp on there. Okay, we got it on there. Works pretty good. Got it good and tight. No water should get in there. Now we can hook up the other linkage right here. Hook the linkage up to it. Pull it back. We'll bolt that up. Okay, everything's hooked up back like it should. Let's see if it works manually. Okay, it works manually. So now all we got to do is put the motor in it and hope it works. Okay, now that the box is in, we're going to run our wire, or feed our wire, back through the clips and back up to the front. Don't be intimidated by the wiring that you see or come across, because these connectors only fit into one place and they're all color coded, so it shouldn't be a big issue. Okay, here's the motor we repaired. We're going to stick it right in there. Okay, everything's back in together. Now we're ready to put the cover back on it. We got the gasket and cover on. Now we need to hook up the battery so we can test the trim. Okay, now I have got to hook my battery back up. But as you can see, everything down in there is really tight, and it'd be hard to get your hands down in there if you was to drop your bolt. I'm trying to hook the positive side of the battery cable up. So I tie my bolt to the end of some dental floss. That way, if I drop it, I can pull it right back out, because it'd be really hard to fish out of there. Okay, let's check and see if this trim works. Push the button once. It's working.